Welcome to Symbiotic Tech. Today, we invite you to experience a story that cuts deep, a tale of heartbreak, resilience, and the unexpected light that emerges when human need meets technological innovation. Imagine a single mother who has weathered storms most of us can barely fathom, a woman who has carried the weight of endless struggles and relentless hardships, all in a ceaseless fight to secure a brighter future for her child. In the darkest moments, when the burdens of life seem too heavy to bear, she finds herself on the edge of despair. And then, from the shadows of her solitude, a glimmer of hope appears, an AI companion not meant to replace the warmth of human love, but to restore it. This is not just a tale of survival, but a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit. It's about how technology, when used with empathy and care, can mend broken hearts, rekindle hope, and transform lives. Join us as we delve into her journey, a story of relentless courage, quiet determination, and the profound, life-changing impact of compassionate innovation.
Her name was Clara. She once believed in fairy tales, stories where love was gentle, where tender hands held instead of hurt. But James was no prince. He was a raging storm disguised as a man. 6 months into their marriage, the first slap shattered her illusions. A mistake he swore would never happen again. By the time she carried his child, those slaps had morphed into punches, and his apologies had dissolved into silence. She stayed, not out of weakness, but because he whispered venomous lies. "No one will want you now." That fateful night, when hope was already a fragile whisper, he hurled a glass vase at the wall. Its shards danced dangerously close to little Ellie, their 2-year-old daughter who had wandered into the chaos. In that split second, Clara made her choice. She didn't pack a bag. Instead, she wrapped Ellie in a blanket stained with both love and blood and ran into the darkness. Life as a single mother. The unseen war. The apartment. In a cramped one-bedroom unit that reeked of mildew and microwave noodles, Clara and Ellie carved out a fragile existence. The stained carpet and drafty windows were harsh reminders of their struggle, but it was home. Clara juggled 2 grueling jobs, mornings scrubbing sticky diner tables, evenings restocking grocery shelves, while Ellie stayed with Mrs. Ruiz downstairs, a weary widow who charged a meager fee, yet dozed off to telenovelas. Every shift, Clara prayed silently that Ellie wouldn't choke on a stray grape or get hurt by a careless moment. The money her meager paycheck evaporated the moment it arrived. Rent, $900. Daycare, $200. The affordable daycare fee of $200. Gas, groceries, Ellie's asthma inhaler. The costs piled up, leaving Clara to eat barely a meal a day, surviving on whatever the diner discarded. Just last week, as she mopped the floor, she fainted. Her boss's cold words still echoed. "Don't bleed on the floor." The night's nighttime was no sanctuary. Ellie's screams, haunted by nightmares of raised voices and breaking glass, shattered any semblance of rest. Clara rocked her gently, humming lullabies while her own tears fell silently. Some nights, desperate and exhausted, she Googled, "How to survive on 3 hours of sleep." Other nights, she stared at James's old, cruel texts, "You'll never make it without me," and wondered if his bitterness was her truth. The judgment. In the park, whispers trailed behind her like shadows. Mothers eyed her thrift store stroller, snickering, "Where's her father?" Ellie clutched her leg, too timid to join the laughter, and Clara could only muster a lie. "She's just tired." The truth was heavier. Ellie had lost her voice that night they fled. The guilt on Ellie's birthday, Clara had managed to buy a single cupcake adorned with a solitary candle. For a fleeting moment, Ellie's eyes shone with joy. But then, Clara's phone buzzed. A shift had opened for a sick co-worker. With a heavy heart, she blew out the candle, strapped Ellie into the car seat, and drove to the diner. In a dim booth at 11:43 p.m., as Ellie slept soundly, Clara whispered a broken, "Happy birthday, baby." The fear James wasn't done with her. A chilling Facebook message from a fake account, "I miss my girl," forced Clara to change her number and move apartments. Yet the terror clung to her like a relentless shadow. Each night she slept with a kitchen knife under her pillow, and when Ellie asked, "Why do you cry, Mama?" Clara would answer, "It's just dust." The breaking point one. Bitterly cold Tuesday, when the car wouldn't start, chaos unfurled. Mrs. Ruiz refused to watch Ellie, and Clara's job at the diner evaporated in a moment of crisis. In the heat of the chaos, Ellie's tiny hands flung her plate, a rare eruption of defiance, splatters of mac and cheese painting the wall. Collapsing to the floor, Clara sobbed uncontrollably as Ellie crawled into her arms, wiping away tears with small, trembling fingers. "Mama's sad," whispered Ellie, and in that quiet moment, Clara's heart broke anew. The glimmer, how the robot enters. In a laundromat, flickering with tired fluorescent lights, an advertisement cut through the gloom. "Ava R3, your partner in parenting." A sleek robot with a calm voice and unblinking eyes appeared on screen. A companion designed to cook, clean, and teach. The comments were a maelstrom of cruelty. "Lazy moms outsourcing love. This is why you're alone." Yet, Clara, exhausted and desperate, ignored the venom. She applied for a subsidized program, her sleepless nights now haunted by doubts of whether she was failing Ellie even more. When Ava finally arrived, Ellie hid behind the couch, whispering, "Scary." But Ava was nothing like the monsters of Ellie's nightmares. Ava became their unexpected ally. She made oatmeal with blueberries, a meal Clara never had time to prepare. She played phonics games until Ellie giggled and said, "Buh, ball." She secured their home, installing locks that Clara could barely afford. She gently commanded Clara to rest, saying, "You will rest. Ellie needs you healthy." One evening, as Clara collapsed into bed with aching bones, Ava stood silently in the doorway. "She drew you today," Ava announced softly, showing Clara a crayon drawing of a stick figure with a halo. "Mama Angel," Ellie had called it. In that instant, Clara's tears transformed from despair into a fragile spark of hope. The reality, not a fairy tale. Ava isn't magic. Clara still battles double shifts, and Ellie's nights remain fraught with nightmares. The fear never completely vanishes. The kitchen knife still rests under the pillow. But Ava is there, a steadfast guardian, keeping Ellie safe, teaching her words and sending Clara photos of Ellie stacking blocks, chasing bubbles, and smiling for the first time in years. At the park, when sneering mothers muttered, "Robots can't replace dads," Clara's heart ached. But as she watched Ellie giggle while Ava pushed her on a swing, the sound of her daughter's laughter, once muffled by fear, drowned out the cruelty of the world. Clara still prays, but now her prayers have changed. They are no longer desperate cries for survival. They are quiet words of gratitude. Thank you. The truth about single mothers. Their lives are not inspirational memes. They are a tapestry of sleepless nights, unpaid bills, and whispered prayers into the dark. Yet within that tapestry lies a fierce, unyielding love, a love that bends time, breaks bones, and rebuilds worlds. Clara doesn't need a hero. She is the hero, and her robot is the sidekick she never knew she deserved.
In our journey today, we witness Clara's harrowing struggle and her path toward reclaiming hope through unexpected means. Her story isn't a fairy tale, it's real, raw, and unflinchingly human. It challenges us to reconsider what support looks like and reminds us that sometimes a little innovation can be the bridge between despair and hope. If Clara's story moves you, if it makes you believe that even in the darkest moments technology can offer a lifeline, share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's open a dialogue about why we must embrace compassionate technology and work to make these life-saving tools accessible to all. Remember, in the fight against loneliness and hardship, no one should have to battle alone. Together, we can shape a future where technology uplifts our humanity and offers a gentle hand to those in need.